So, welcome student. Now, our topic was stereochemistry, and in continuation with that, again we will discuss the some concept in stereochemistry. Okay, stereochemistry. Now, in last class I have explained optical activity. Okay, optical activity and optical isomers. Okay, in that case I have taken one example. For glyceraldehyde. Okay. Now, if we pass plain polarized light through the solution of this glyceraldehyde, this is one of the stereoisomers. Okay, then that light will rotate. The plane of PPL will rotate toward right side. Okay, that's why I have mentioned here it is D-glyceraldehyde. Okay, D-glyceraldehyde. And also we are having its mirror image, another stereoisomers, and that stereoisomers is a mirror image. Okay, and that is showing the rotation toward left side. Left side means if we taken this glyceraldehyde and if we pass plain polarized light through the solution of this another stereoisomers of this glyceraldehyde, then whatever light is coming out showing the rotation of plain polarized light toward left side or anti-clockwise. That's why it is named as small l glyceraldehyde. Okay, so we are having two optical isomers, that is they are optical isomers. Okay, these two compound having same molecular formula, same structure, but orientation or arrangement of group is different. That's why they are called stereoisomers. They are belong to stereoisomers category. And among these stereoisomers we are having three types of stereoisomers: optical isomers, geometrical isomers, and then conformational isomers. Among these two are belong to optical isomers. They are optical isomers because they are differ by rotation of plane polarized light. That's why one is showing right side rotation, that's why small d glyceraldehyde. Another is showing left side rotation, plane polarized light rotating toward left side or anti-clockwise, that's why small l. Okay, it is capital D, no doubt, small capital L, but small d is not, always remember, small d is not equal to capital D. Remember this. Capital L is not equal to small l. Always remember, in case of this, capital D is different meaning, small d is having different meaning. Okay. Again, what is relation between these two optical isomers? If we put this small d glyceraldehyde on it, then there is no matching, there is no superimposable, means they are mirror image of each other. Okay, they are mirror image of each other, but they are non superimposable on each other, means they are non superimposable mirror image of each other, non superimposable mirror image of each other. Okay, this is the relation between them. If optical isomers having this type of relation between them, then that is called, then these two isomers, optical isomers, are known as enantiomers. That is called enantiomers. They are enantiomers of each other, and this phenomenon is known as enantiomerism. That is called enantiomerism. Okay, enantiomerism. Okay, so what is enantiomers? Enantiomers are optical isomers. They are optical isomers or stereoisomers, which are optical isomers having non-superimposable mirror image of each other, which are non-superimposable mirror image of each other, then that is called enantiomers. Okay, clear? Now again, now this glyceraldehyde having one asymmetric carbon atom, okay, and these asymmetric carbon atom or these isomers are enantiomers, then that asymmetric carbon atom is known as chiral center, chiral carbon or chiral center. Okay, when this asymmetric carbon known as chiral center, chiral carbon, if this molecule is showing non-superimposable mirror image of each other, if this compound having mirror image and these two mirror image are non-superimposable mirror image of each other, then this asymmetric carbon atom is said to be chiral center or chiral carbon atom, and then whole molecule is known as chiral molecule. And if this compound is having chiral center or chiral carbon atom, then it is said to be optically active. It is said to be optically active. If again one condition is there, when this compound is optically active, if that compound having chiral center, chiral carbon atom and absence of some symmetric operation, which symmetric operation? That compound does not contain some symmetric operation, and that symmetric operation are axis of rotation, plane of center of symmetry, axis of symmetry, these symmetric operation are axis of symmetry, plane of symmetry and center of symmetry. These three symmetric operation if absent in the organic molecule, organic compound, and this molecule having chiral carbon atom, then and then only the molecule is said to be optically active. If molecule contain asymmetric carbon atom but molecule possess one of the symmetric operation, either axis of symmetry, plane of symmetry or center of symmetry, then that molecule does not show optical activity. It is optically inactive. Okay, what is condition for the compound to be optically active? Very important. So condition is that molecule must have at least one chiral carbon atom, chiral center or carbon. That is one of the basic condition, and also does not contain any one of following symmetric operation. Symmetric operation like plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry and center of symmetry. These three operation must be absent. Molecule does not contain three symmetric operation. If this is absent, and chiral center is there, then that molecule is said to be optically active, otherwise inactive. Always remember, this is base necessary and sufficient condition for the molecule to show optical activity. Okay, clear? I will explain what is symmetry operation, what is symmetry molecule. Okay, so let us explain symmetry operation. Okay. Symmetry operation. Symmetry operation means what? If there is a molecule, any molecule A, suppose any unknown molecule A, if we perform symmetry operation means either rotation or reflection. These two are considered as a symmetric operation. Means what we have to do? We have to perform rotation with this molecule, or we have to reflect. Reflect means rotation and then reflection. Okay. Then after doing this rotation or reflection, then whatever we are getting here is indistinguishable. Or superimposable. Or superimposable with original. Then this operation, whatever process, whatever activity we have performed on with this molecule is said to be symmetric operation. Okay, indistinguishable. Okay, right? So this process is called symmetric operation. Symmetric operation include two types of activity: rotation and reflection. So you can write. I will read this point from a textbook, that is Stereochemistry of Organic Compound. Okay, Principle and Application by D. Nasipuri. It is one of the best book on stereochemistry. I will give you name: Stereochemistry of Organic Compound, Principles and Application by D. Nasipuri. Okay, so in this book, what is symmetry operation is written in order to study the symmetry of a molecule. Means if you want to check whether the molecule is symmetric or not, then certain operation such as rotation and reflection are performed. Means what we have to do? If you want to check whether this molecule, organic molecule is symmetric or not, then to check this process, this point, what we have to do? We have to perform some operation on that molecule. What operation? That operation include rotation and reflection. After doing rotation or reflection, an arrangement is obtained which is indistinguishable from original one or superimposable with original molecule. Then the operation is said to be symmetry operation. And the molecule is said to possesses an element of symmetry. Is said to be have element of symmetry. I will try to explain this point by taking some example. Okay. Now suppose suppose symbol A, I want to check whether it is symmetric or not, possess symmetry element or not. Then rotate it through this axis. Then what we get? Suppose 180 degree. If we rotate through 180 degree, then what we get? Same. Okay, means these two symbols are superimposable. Are they different? After rotation, this A and this A are same or different? Same. Are they superimposable? If we put this A on this, there is perfect matching. Okay, then it is whatever operation perform is symmetry operation, and this A is said to have symmetric operation, element of symmetry, that is called element of symmetry. Then this A is said to possesses element of symmetry. Okay, so such operation are there. We have to perform this operation on organic molecule, and after doing that operation we are getting indistinguishable structure or indistinguishable or superimposable arrangement of that molecule, and which is same with original one. Then that molecule is said to have possesses element of symmetry, and such molecule are optically inactive even having center of chiral carbon atom. Okay, that is the meaning of symmetry operation. So we have to study such three element of symmetry: one, plane of symmetry, center of symmetry, and axis of symmetry. These three element of symmetry we have to study here, and we have to apply this operation with organic molecule. Okay, and we have to check whether that molecule is symmetric or not. Okay, let us see. First, plane of symmetry. First one, plane of symmetry. What is this? Plane of symmetry. Consider one example. Tartaric acid. This example we have to cover. This is structure of tartaric acid. Just observe the structure, you will find this molecule possesses two center asymmetric carbon atom. Carbon number this and carbon, there are total 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, but among these 4, carbon number 2 and carbon number 3 are asymmetric, okay, or chiral carbon atom. We can say it is a chiral carbon atom. Now, means what we want to the molecule to have optical activity or to show optical activity. What is basic requirement? The molecule must have at least one asymmetric carbon atom. Here how many asymmetric carbon atom present? 2. But till this molecule is optically inactive. How? If we pass plain polarized light through the solution of tartaric acid, then the whatever light emerging from the solution having same rotation, plane of PPL rotate in the same plane. There is no deviation. Okay, either right side or left side. Means this compound, this tartaric acid, having two asymmetric carbon atom is still optically inactive. Why? The reason behind this optical inactivity is a presence of plane of symmetry. This molecule possesses plane of symmetry. How? Let us see. See, just observe this molecule. This molecule possesses having one imaginary plane like this. This plane is there, and this plane, this molecule possesses an imaginary plane, and this plane divide the molecule into two equal part. See, upper part and lower part, and these two upper part and lower part are mirror image of each other. Upper part, lower part means what is plane of symmetry? Plane of symmetry is a imaginary plane which divide the molecule into two equal part, upper part, lower part, and these two upper part and lower part are mirror image of each other. They are mirror image of each other. Such plane is said to plane of symmetry. Such plane is known as plane of symmetry. What happen if we pass the plane polarized light through the solution of this molecule or tartaric acid? Then here two asymmetric carbon atom, upper part rotate the plane of PPL toward right side. Upper part rotate the plane of PPL toward right side, and this, suppose if we consider here H, OH, H, OH. If we pass plane polarized light through the solution, then what happen? See, two chiral carbon atom. One carbon atom rotate the plane polarized light toward right, means this is original one like this, and lower part rotate toward left side through equal angle theta, any angle but equal, direction are opposite. Upper part rotate toward right side through angle theta, lower part rotate the plane of PPL toward left side through angle theta. Same angle, the magnitude of angle is same but direction are opposite, right side, left side. That's why what happen, these two rotation cancel each other. And the resultant is no rotation. There is no rotation means optically inactive. So such plane is known as plane of symmetry. What is plane of symmetry? The plane of symmetry is an imaginary plane which passes through the molecule, that is available in the molecule, inside the molecule, and that plane will divide the molecule into two equal parts, and one part, these two parts are mirror image of each other, and these two parts is responsible for optical inactivity. Upper part rotate toward right side or left side, one of the side, and lower part rotate opposite side with equal angle. Magnitude is equal but angle direction is opposite. So that's why resultant rotation cancellation take place and resultant rotation will be 0. So this is optically inactive, and such plane is known as plane of symmetry. Okay, clear? Next, second one. Now this is called upper part rotates, for example upper part rotate toward right side, left side, lower part rotate toward opposite side. This is called internal compensation. Internal compensation is there. That is called optically inactive due to internal compensation. Okay. Next, center of symmetry. What is this? Center of symmetry. Center of symmetry. What is center of symmetry? So consider this. Now here methyl hydrogen, methyl hydrogen, methyl hydrogen, methyl hydrogen. So this is the one of the organic example. Now the name is 1 2 3 4 tetra methyl cyclobutane, tetramethyl cyclobutane. Now observe this molecule. This molecule possesses one point, that is center. There is one center in the middle part of the molecule, present in the middle part of the molecule. That center, what is the speciality of this center? The point is that if we draw line from any atom in the molecule, any atom or any substituent in the molecule toward the center, like this. If we draw line from any atom in the molecule toward the center, and if we extend toward the opposite side, then that line will meet to the identical substituent. See, we have started from methyl group, okay, then stop toward the center, and then again extend in opposite direction, then again meet to this line joining to methyl group. Apply this for any atom in the molecule. Here and extend in opposite direction, anywhere in the molecule, then such center is said to be center of symmetry. Such molecule is said to have center of symmetry. If this center, such center is present in the molecule, then the molecule is said to be symmetric. Then the molecule is said to be symmetric and it is optically inactive. It is optically inactive. Okay. So first one, plane of symmetry. If plane of symmetry is present in the molecule, then also molecule is said to be optically inactive. If center of symmetry is there, then also optically inactive. Okay. So this is a simple example to study center of symmetry. Okay. Getting my point? What we have to do? We have to draw the line from any atom in the molecule toward the center, and then that line we have to extend again in opposite direction, here up to this, then again extend, then that line will meet to the identical substituent from which we have started. We have started to draw line from methyl group toward the center, again extend, then again it is going to meet to methyl group. Okay. So that is the, so molecule is said to have center of symmetry. Okay. Then last, axis of symmetry. Third, axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Okay. What is axis of symmetry? Again, consider one example. Now, fluorine, hydrogen, fluorine, hydrogen, fluorine, hydrogen, fluorine, hydrogen. Okay, fluorine and hydrogen. Rotate this molecule. Rotate like this through 90 degree. Means 360 by 4. Okay, 360 by 4. Then you will get new arrangement. After rotating this molecule through 90 degree, what we get? This carbon will be here now. Okay, H, F, here F, H, here F. Then now what we have to do? Then put mirror image here. Mirror and observe this molecule in mirror. What do you get? You will get observe this here. Now this mirror image is indistinguishable with original. This mirror image is, whatever image obtained on this mirror is matching with original one from which we have started this process, this operation. So what we have to do? First we have rotated this molecule through 90 degree, means 360 by 4, that is called 4-fold, and then we have reflected this molecule perpendicular to the axis. This is the axis, okay, and this mirror is taken here perpendicular to the axis of rotation, and we are observing through in perpendicular manner. Then we are getting this image, and this image is nothing but original one. Then it is called, the molecule is said to have 4-fold. 4 means this 4-fold axis of symmetry. 4-fold axis of symmetry or axis of symmetry. If this type of axis of symmetry is present, symmetric operation present in your molecule, then that molecule is said to be optically inactive, even having chiral carbon atom or asymmetric carbon atom. Okay, clear? So plane of symmetry, center of symmetry and axis of symmetry. In axis of symmetry, what we have to do? We have to rotate the molecule through some degree rotation, some angle, and then reflect in the mirror which is perpendicular to the axis. Whatever mirror image obtained here, arrangement obtained is matching with original one. Then this is so, then that is called, molecule is said to have axis of symmetry. Okay, clear? So now which compound is optically active? The compound which are having at least one asymmetric carbon atom, or chiral carbon atom, and absence of plane of symmetry, center of symmetry and axis of symmetry. This 3 symmetric operation must be absent in the molecule, then that molecule is said to be optically active. Otherwise, if anyone from this symmetric operation is observed in your molecule and also having chiral carbon atom, but they are optically inactive, that is called. So this is the basic condition required for the compound to be optically active. So student, in next class again we will go in deeper and deeper. Okay, we will explain next concept. Thank you very much.